Hey everybody, this is Matt. I'm making a new Heroclix video for this month's monthly organized play prize kit, Brave and the Bold. It includes the Flash, Green Lantern, and Green Arrow, some of my favorite characters. And every monthly organized play prize kit, 2 figures have a brand new dowel but are reusing their old sculpts, and 1 figure has a brand new sculpt and a brand new dowel. And in this set, Flash and Green Lantern are using their sculpts from past sets, while Green Arrow is a brand new sculpt and it's freaking amazing. And I just want to talk about him and show you what the dowels are and just go over the powers and stuff and just see how it works. So let's start out with the Flash. And this is the Flash. As you can see, his sculpt, they're reusing the sculpt from the Flash set. They put a little bit of more black around his logo up here. It's still a cool effect. I really like how a lot of the speedsters have this blurred effect and stuff. Let's look at his card. His card, he has Central City, Justice League, Police, Scientist, and Speedster keyword. So, I mean, Justice League is a huge one for me. Team ability-wise, he has Justice League and PD. PD is very useful. I really like it. Justice League is not that good. Let's look at his trait, though. He has a Speed Force, so it's the same as other Speed Force pieces. Let me just make sure, yeah, that's the same piece. Okay. When the Flash moves at least, so if he moves at least 1 square and punches somebody, you can put a Speed Force token on him. And then he has a certain effect, if he has 1 speed token on his card, he can use Sidestep. If he has 2, he can move through Hindering. If he has 3, he can move through Elevated. And you increase his speed value for each speed token on him. So that's an interesting little ability. Let's see, what else he has? Well, I'll get into his special ability when we get there. So, like you said, he's 85 points, which is kind of affordable, with Justice League of America, Team Ability, and PD. PD is useful because you can run in, punch somebody, then run back out, and position yourself next to somebody that can be shooting them. And then that when they shoot them, the opponent will get -1 defense if the Flash is adjacent to the shooter. So he starts out with hypersonic speed, with precision strike, 18 super senses, and 3 damage. The 3 damage is nice with the precision strike. It means you can go through super senses yourself. It means you're going to at least do 1 damage to somebody. And you have enough movement to get back. Okay, this guy's going to be a little bit hard to turn. So it goes from 14-11-8-3 to 13-10-18-3. So he keeps the 18, which is nice. He keeps the 3 damage, which is kind of vital. He loses 1 attack and 1 speed. Now, I hate the 1 attack. I hate going from 11 to 10 or from 10 to 9. It's always painful to do that. But it's okay. And let's see what he goes next. Then he loses 1 movement, and he loses one defense. But now he gains Outwit. So that's pretty nice. Precision Strike and Outwit is just a nice little combination. Means you can still pink people for 1, but now you could possibly outwit something along the way too, or before you move, because it has a 6 range minimum. Now he gains a special ability. Let's look at what that does. Speed Bag. Give the Flash a close combat action and remove any number of speed tokens from this card to make that many close combat attacks using his printed damage value. So hopefully you've racked up some speed tokens by now, because now he's going to be charging and making multiple attacks for each speed token, and he's going to be landing next to you. So the 17 combat reflexes is useful. It means he's still going to be hard to hit. The Outwit is a nice utility effect. You can outwit something you need to outwit, and then hopefully the bad thing about it is once you've burnt off most of your speed tokens, well, I mean, you may get a speed token for that charge, but because you won't be moving anymore, you won't be generating any more speed tokens. So it's nice, but at the same time, after that, it's going to be like, well, you're just going to have to rely on the Outwit, I guess. Then he loses 1 attack again, which is really poor. But he gains Perplex and he loses Outwit. I think I'd rather keep the Outwit, honestly. But I guess the Perplex makes up for him losing the 10 attack. He still keeps Charge. I mean, that's one nice thing. He has Hypersonic, Charge. Is it 3 clicks? 3 clicks of Hypersonic, 2 clicks, 3 clicks, 3 clicks of Charge. So he's 6 clicks for 85 points. But I mean, his defenses are really hard to hit. 17 combat reflexes, then a 17, 18, 18 super senses. This guy is going to be hard to hit the entire game. He's not going to be an easy target at any point, other than maybe like if you're trying to shoot him at this point. I do think that special attack power is very limited because once you use your speed tokens, you can't generate any more because you're not moving because you're locked to, you're adjacent to him. And I wish he would have kept his outwit because perplex is okay, but outwit is better. So I mean overall I like the dial. Let's look at Green Lantern. Okay. Let me see. Let's bring his card. He has Coast City, Green Lantern Corps, and Justice League keyword. I like all three of those keywords. I don't really use Coast City that much, but Green Lantern Corps and Justice League I use a lot. He has two traits. Green Lantern can use willpower. That's amazing as a trait. I mean, I don't know why they didn't just give him Indomitable, whatever. Replace Green Lantern's range value with 6 plus his current click number. So if he's on click number 1, his range will be 7. If he's on click number 5, his range will be 11. That's pretty sick. That is really, really sick. Then he has another trait, In Touch with Green Light. At the beginning of your turn, choose a dark green or light green standard power. Green Lantern, so it's or, so you can't choose both. Green Lantern can use that power until your next turn. Okay, so that means you could choose, like, think of movement. It could be charge or earthbound. Nobody in the, well, okay, there's one case where you could use earthbound, and that's if you wanted to be carried on the first turn. Because see, normally he's flying, but if you chose earthbound, then you would gain the normal boot symbol, and you could be carried out on the first turn. Otherwise, you would probably be choosing charge, or on attack power, you could choose super strength or quake. Neither probably wouldn't work on this guy because he's going to be shooting people. Then on defense, you could choose combat reflexes or ESD, energy shield deflection. I think energy shield deflection would probably be a better choice, honestly. But combat reflexes could be good if they have like hypersonic or something. And then damage-wise, you could choose enhancement or exploit weakness. And exploit weakness is probably not going to be a choice because you're not going to be up in somebody's face. But if you are, then maybe you could choose that. Most likely to be choose an enhancement. So you could choose one of those powers. I think for the most part, you probably just want to choose energy shield deflection. Because he starts out with barrier, which is not that good, honestly. So he's going to need the extra 2 defense from range, basically. So let's look at his dial. So he is 115 points. He does have the Green Lantern team ability, which is really useful because there was nobody in the War Light set that had the Green Lantern team ability. So what's nice is he can actually carry all 2 of these. Well, he can carry both of these figures with him. Actually, the Green Lantern team ability, if you don't know what that is basically you can pick up everybody adjacent to you. So he could pick up 8 people, pick them all up, and move them. Now he'll get the -2 to the movement, but that's mighty powerful, especially when you have starting out sidestep. So that's a free movement of 2. So 115 points. So he's a little bit more heftier. He has sidestep, telekinesis, and barrier, and then whatever power you choose off the card. So he seems to be definitely a utilitarian piece right here. He's going to be helping people out, do it on TKing them, putting up barriers, carrying them, that kind of stuff. And then he switches over. Let's see. So he goes from a 10 attack to a 9 attack. Oh man, that's so rough. Thankfully, they give him ranged combat expert, so he can bump up his attack and his damage again if he really wanted to. That's just really, really rough. I hate that bumps already to a 9. And then he stays with a 9, but he loses TK, so he's definitely just going to be the ranged combat expert. But, you know, as we get further into his dial, his range value is increasing. So now he can do ranged combat expert from 9 squares away. You know, now he can shoot somebody from 10 squares away because it's 6 plus whatever click you're on. And the sidestep, I mean, no movement attack. Oh man, this guy does not want to click. No movement attack is weak. The sidestep is okay, and he keeps the sidestep, so you know he keeps a little bit of mobility. Now he gains toughness. Again, I would probably be choosing energy shield deflection this entire time, just so that I would have 2 more defense from range, basically. Just looking at his sculpt, it's the same sculpt from War Light, so, and even though he has the peg right here, they didn't give him the construct trait. Okay, this is where he's really kicking into gear. That is click number 5. He has running shot, psychic blast, toughness. That's pretty nice. That is a late game type thing. Wow, look at that last click. He has 6 clicks for 115 points. But dang, look at that last click, dude. Invulnerability, 12 attacks, psychic blast, running shot for 4 damage. Oh, dang, dude, I mean, if you can land on that click, amazing. But I worried that you're gonna land on right here, and then because you have no actual damage reducers, you'll get hit for like 4 and go 1, 2, 3, dead before you can even land on it, you know. So that's the downside to having early doll no damage reducers and late game damage reducers, because they can knock you right past it. Overall, I mean, I'm happy to have him, and you know, he's a very utilitarian piece, but I think he may be a little bit more expensive than he deserves to be. And his choose a power thing is very limited, and for the most part, he probably won't be using half the powers he could choose. So this is the new sculpt. It's Green Arrow, and it's freaking amazing. I love Green Arrow. It's been a long time since we got a Green Arrow with Justice League keyword. It's been all the way since the new 52 Gravity Feat set. And this guy looks amazing. I love the pose. I love everything about him. He's 85 points, so he's a little bit affordable. Justice League team ability, 7 range triple target. You know when you see that triple target, you're in for some fun. Let's look at his card. Justice League Elite, Martial Artist, Politician, Star City keywords. He has a trait, Trick Arrows. Green Arrow can begins the game with 5 Trick Arrow tokens. Give Green Arrow a free action to remove a Trick Arrow token and choose one of the below: Energy Explosion, Incapacitate, Precision Strike, or Psychic Blast. And he can use the power this turn. What's nice about that is Energy Explosion. I mean, if they're all grouped up, you can hit them for like 3 damage, and then everybody would take 3 splash because there's 3 lightning bolts. You can choose Psychic Blast and just go after one dude. Incapacitate with triple targets is absolutely nuts. So he has a lot of cool usefulness there. Let's look at his dial. So he has running shot, 12 attack is insanely good, 3 damage, 17 ESD. So they got to hit a 19 from range, and you definitely want to stay back. He goes down to 11. That's unfortunate, but it's okay because 2 12s would be insane. He loses 1 movement, but he still has running shot. Otherwise, still good. Now he has sidestep, which is not so bad. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Now he has range combat expert, so you could actually range combat expert with precision strike if you wanted to. That would be cool. Ignore somebody's super senses if you wanted to. Remember, he has 5 tokens, so he can do 5 turns in a row or 5 attacks in a row. He can have all these powers available to him. So that's really cool. I mean, 11 attack. Okay, now he's back down to 10 attack. So he's a little bit more normal. And he has super senses now instead of ESD. He's okay. He's still a threat. He's definitely a threat. Now he's like, you're up on me, and you know, combat reflexes. He still has the sidestep, so he's continuing to move the entire game. I like that about him. And you know, he has 6 clicks for 85 points. That's probably the most efficient of all of them. How many clicks did Flash have? He had 6 clicks too, so it's about even. It's about even. I like him. I'm definitely gonna play him just because he's green the freaking arrow. And I've been waiting for a green arrow for a long time. You can't see it, but in my display cabinet, I have the one from like 10th anniversary or DC 10th or whatever, like really old, before they had the Oreo dolls, Green Arrow, because I never got the new 52 one. So I've been wanting this one for so long. So happy to have him. I'm definitely going to be playing him. So overall, I'm really happy with the. I'm going to focus in on the figures now. So far, I'm really happy with the set of the figures. I think the Green Arrow is a little bit too expensive, but the Flash and the Green Lantern is a little bit too expensive. But I think the Flash and the Green Arrow are affordable and definitely worth rocking on a team. I definitely plan on using them, and it's a cool little group. I'm really excited to have them. I'm excited for August, which is going to give us Aquaman, Firestorm, and the Atom. And I'm just excited to play just more Justice League pieces because there's going to be a whole lot of Marvel this summer. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day for watching watching my video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day, everybody. Bye bye.